death. All dressed up and nowhere to go.
Always nice to see some familiar faces.
What haunts you most is death.
You chose the wrong door to knock on.
Darkness finally has his day. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show, welcome back to the diary. So yes, Apex players have been spoiled with yet another trailer this week. And in about 2 days time, we are being spoiled to a rehash of last year's Halloween event, with this year's Halloween event coming out. So, for those of you who don't know, there was the Halloween event where, now known as Revenant, was the announcer and everything else in between, and we basically went in solo up against shadows. So there was probably one shadow person to begin with, and then that happened. Anyone who died to either shadow or to other players became shadows, and it was shadows versus legends. This year, it's still Shadows vs. Legends, but we have the Prowler Shadows in there this year. Or also, other things in between. So, I want to take a quick look at this trailer, because at the minute, I am doing spoiler stuff, and it's kind of supposed to be trailer talk rather than just be chat to the screen. So, let's have a look at this trailer, shall we? Yeah, let's go full screen.
Has brought you back. You escaped the nightmare before.
That's Revenant.
Think you can do it again?
Yes, I can.
To the reckoning.
I'm sorry, friend, but you're going
Three.
to become a skeleton now.
There are the pros.
Same shadow game. New shadow rules.
Not my first dance with death. All dressed up and nowhere to go.
It's nice to see some familiar.
That's last year's. Oh my days, it looks so
What haunts
darker.
you most is death.
Ooh, in red.
You chose the wrong door to knock on.
I like that one, but I do prefer the purple.
Darkness finally has his day. Couldn't have said it better myself.
October 22nd. So yeah, that's kind of within a couple of days. So, time of recording, it is October 20, so it is 2 days away, this Halloween event. I cannot wait. Now, with this event, for me, I was way better at Shadow, because back last year, I just wasn't the best at Apex or PvP. I mean, I'm still not the best at PvP, but I am better. At least I get at least one kill a game, unless I get horribly unlucky or I get what we call hackers, modders, or ghost modders. I'm starting to call ghost modders because there is that odd moment where someone's just got the beat on you, someone's just better, and it's like, oh my god, you're cheating, and it's like, no, I kind of saw him go around and get in behind you and swap weapons. Nah, that was just lag. Ghost modding or ghost cheating. It's like they're not actually cheating, but it looks like they are. When you watch it back, it's like, alright, yeah, it's pretty clear you weren't. But no, let's look at this trailer a little bit more slowly, shall we?
Fate has brought you back. And you escaped the night.
Straight away, this imagery is awesome. The way they've got the fire drawing it is really good. Now, this is obviously computer generated, but there is actually a physical way of doing this yourself. If you get a camera, and I can't remember whether it's long exposure or short exposure, but basically you can draw your own images with a torch in the dark. Like I said, I can't remember whether it's a long exposure camera flash that you need or a short one, but either way, if you draw big enough in the air, you can actually draw designs of your own and colour things. The only real way you can colour it is like with pieces of coloured plastic or things like that. It's like if you put your finger over the light, you can make it red, reddy orange sort of thing.
Nightmare before.
And then to turn into Revenant.
Think you can do it again? Welcome to the reckoning.
So we got a bit of a different name this time. Right, so 3 people. So this year, it's no longer you're diving in this place solo. It's 3 players on each team, as it should be, as it usually is. It was fun as anything to do it solo, but it was infuriating for those who struggle to play by themselves or struggle to deal enough damage without teammates alongside. So to die and then to become on the shadow team where you have the opportunity to team up with shadows easier because you can't really kill another shadow. It wasn't really something you could do. It made it to the point where some players like myself would purposely get themselves killed just to become shadows. Or when they did die, they were a bit like, I get to be a shadow now, it's more fun.
Friend, but you're going to become a skeleton now.
So, Prowlers as well. This one I like straight away. That's a perfect pause. Actually, I want to make sure that I pause that again later because I want that. Literally that as a screensaver. So, I'm just going to note down the timestamp. Sorry about that. But no, this, for those of you who don't know the main story, Apex is in the same world as Titanfall, and one of the biggest things in Titanfall is wall running. Literally what they're doing here, they're literally along the wall, and by the looks of this, it is only going to be the shadows for now that can have this ability. Now, I don't know whether that's going to make it to the point where everyone's going to get really annoyed, because shadows can then get the beat on other players because it's only the shadows that can do it, or whether they're going to give it to everyone for this event. If they're going to give it to everyone for this event, that would be great, because to be able to wall run, it's been something that a lot of Apex players have been scratching their heads over and crying out for, because it's like, hang on a minute, it's in the same world, the same universe as Titanfall. I can sort of understand not having Titans that are OP machines that you can sit in and not be touched. But to not wall run? Let us do it, guys. And it looks like they're doing it. They're letting us wall run. Or at least letting the shadows wall run. So I'm a bit... I want to see if it's just the shadows or if it's everybody. Because if it's everybody, great. If it's just the shadows, I'm a bit apprehensive on whether or not it's going to be OP. But if it's just the shadows, I can see it being a test. See how well it works. Pop, pop.
Same shadow game. New shadow.
Loba died. Now, that's Lifeline. I don't... Eliminates... No. Teammates remain shadows as long as one legend remains alive. So... do you have to go over to your teammate that's dead and reanimate the corpse like Lifeline's just done? Do you have to have a lifeline? Do you respawn and fly in like you do normally? If it's like it is here in the trailer, that would be wicked. That would be really cool. Because it's that kind of come back to life and that really Halloween-y kind of Frankenstein style behaviour that comes with it. It would make it cool, it being like that. It would also be in keeping with the rest of the game if it's just, oh, okay, I'm flying in on your position now. I'm really interested to see where they take this and how they go with it.
Not my first dance with death.
No, of course it's not.
All dressed up.
Final death. When the final legend dies, all the shadows die too. Yeah, I can kind of see that. With them saying final death, it seems a lot like a Coco reference right there.
There's nowhere to go.
Always nice to see some
Right, so like I said, we've got last year's Caustic skin
familiar faces.
versus this year's. I liked the Pennywise colouring style of last year's skin. This is cool. It's just, I think they're going a lot more frightening with it this year, especially for Caustic, because Caustic's had quite a bit of love recently with his heirloom and everything else. But I reckon a lot of Caustic mains are gonna go with this skin. I think Caustic mains are gonna be split down the middle with this skin and last year's, because, like I said, the Pennywise skin from last year, which is, if I can get it on the right one, this one, it's so colourful, and it's sort of creepy in the face, and if you don't like clowns and all that sort of thing, but this is more creepy. So we got Bloodhound's last year's skin, Pumpkin. I wanted this one, I kind of missed out on this one, I don't have it. Ugh, irritating.
Haunts you most is
Compared to this one,
death.
which I cannot pause on because timings. There we go, that'll do. So we got the white pumpkin face. It's still pumpkin, but it's red this time, so it's more blood pumpkin than it is. Yeah, you see, in that light, it's even more evil.
Most is death.
Gibraltar? That makes no sense to me. Is that supposed to be blood demon sort of thing? Let me know down below what you reckon. Because last year's skin for Gibraltar was a mummy. Legit straight up kind of zombie mummy. This is something completely brand new. It's not the same style as it was before. Now, some people are saying this is a new finisher.
You chose
I
the
swear I've seen him do that before. Now, when it comes to Wraith, that's actually a nice picture to have as well. 102. So, with this one, I prefer this one. I prefer this one to last year, is the colouring. It just fits so much better. The way it bleeds and blends in together, it's just perfect. For someone who's done graphic design and character design and games design in general, to see that, for me, it's like, that's the kind of style I want to go for. That's the kind of work that I want to be able to do myself. That's the kind of colouring I wish I could do, sort of thing. Because it's well chosen. It's every last little bit. You can see how much thought's gone into it. Of course, Revenant doesn't get a new skin. The Peacekeeper. That's one thing I sort of picked up on, but not proper. That is a hilarious skin for the Peacekeeper. Now, I don't know whether it's going to stay as a care package weapon for this event or not. But the Ghosty Ghoulie skin, that is hilarious, and I want that skin badly. But if they do make it as a floor weapon for this event, but judging by the scope here, my mouse is being mean, stop it, oh, that would be why. Judging by the scope here, it's not going to be a floor weapon because that is the scope that comes with it naturally as a care package weapon. So maybe not. But then with it being King's Canyon After Dark, that digiscope is always your best friend. Darkness finally has its day. I thought Darkness had its day last year. Darkness is once again having its day. Actually, before I do switch back to the other scene, in this picture, this light, this skin looks way better. I don't know what it is about it in the main trailer, how dark it looks there. It just doesn't feel right in that sense. I mean, it's nice to see it glow. It's a good glow, it works. It's just, you can see the painted anger on his face. But no, that was the Apex Halloween event trailer, and I am excited to all hell and back for this event, because between this event and last year's Christmas train event, these were two that I felt reasonably good at. These were two that I felt were properly fun. It's like, this is what I had in mind for them to be doing, because it's the games in the lore. It's like, with my idea, if you're doing a lore that states the games of Apex, I would have thought that this event would have been not really an event, but more a proper all the time game mode. And obviously you've got to have different game modes in there and different events going, but that's okay. But because it's so different to the Battle Royale main game that it fits in my eyes. It fits, and it can be a proper all-time event. Same with the Christmas event last year. We had the train, and you've got to capture the train. First team to 3 wins, sort of thing. And it was fun, and it was an event that I could do well. It was an event that I finally managed to get kill leader in game through that event. Now obviously it didn't register because event kills don't count. Respawn, you can put in a separate counter for event kills. Please do that. Separate counter for event kills, even if it's just called kills in event or event kills. I want to know how many people I've killed in the events, damn it. But no, that's it for me today, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. See ya.
Put a little bit of shit, put a little bit of shit, put a little bit of shit. Get a little bit of gasoline. Welcome to another crime scene. Get a little bit of gasoline. Welcome to another crime scene.